Hey guys. So I finally did a little upgrade and got a real camera, but I'm working out the kinks because I'm not techie. But I'm going to learn to be techie because that's what you got to do when you have a mission to accomplish here. I feel so guided to do this. And I have to finally put the time and effort into learning how to do it. So here we are. And I'm really excited to be more regularly here with you guys and seeing how Spirit wants to take my channel and what Spirit wants to do with me, using me as a conduit of light, to deliver messages to people, to connect with others, to share my experience. And it's so emotionally rewarding. It's like, I feel like such a reciprocity because in one breath, I get to share my experience. I get to share my thoughts. I get to share things I've gone through on this ascension journey. But at the same time, like, you guys are listening. You're my listeners. Like, I really don't have too many people to talk to. So to be able to come on here, and it's almost like my own little diary, maybe not as personal if it was just me, but it's like a reciprocity, an exchange of energy, and it's such a beautiful give and take. And I just would love to see more people out there just expressing in their authenticity too, not even just on YouTube. You don't have to have a YouTube channel to do that, but even if it's just creating in whatever way you do, or getting out into nature, or getting into hiking, like, find your hobbies, find your niche, and it's not just going to be one thing. And that's what I learned on my journey in becoming who I am authentically, is that I'm so unique. Like, when I chose to come in here into this avatar as Kelsey, I chose that in knowing that I would be able to access this information because I've expanded enough in previous lifetimes that I'm able to achieve this mission in this lifetime and expand in certain ways through growth, through relationships, through just like life experiences, like even what I went to college for, what the different miscellaneous jobs I've worked along the way, little things I've learned from all. It's like little pieces. You take all these little pieces and then you understand, like, wow, like, I really did expand in a lot of different ways. And it was through a lot of trial and error. It was through a lot of failure. And that was such a, like, tough thing when we're going through it, right? But then you realize that it's like the pressure it takes to make a diamond, right? You have to go under this pressure to create this beautiful thing. And if you never experience contrast, you won't expand. You won't feel like, if you don't know what it feels like to be in a dark place, it's hard to really appreciate a light place. It's like almost this neutral, unalive feeling. And that's the beautiful part about being human. Like, we don't have to feel that. That's called numbness. That's called depression. It's like when you get stuck in that darkness and you don't figure out how to get back into the light. But it's, on the other hand, a lot of people who have always been given everything have a hard time appreciating things because they don't know what it's like not to have it, right? And that's just in a material way. A lot of those same people are so neglected emotionally, and then they experience the polarizations in a different way, in some type of mental or emotional healing, right? Because they're taken care of in the physical world, but why are they still sad? And it's just so much deeper than just money. And, our ego just wants to label success as whatever it wants it to be, which is usually has to do with being seen, being validated externally, being validated monetarily, right? And it's interesting because people who do succeed, quote unquote, monetarily, like, you can tell different people in their values and the way they move in this world by the way they spend their money. Or if you even know they have money. A lot of people who have money, you wouldn't even know. That's how they move in this world. Maybe they're making a lot of contributions in philanthropy or whatever, but some people use philanthropy as this mask to do something maybe more sinister, right? So it's interesting how this world works. That's why it's so important to get into that stillness and connect to spirit. That way your intuition is on point, your discernment is on point, and you're able to navigate this world, recognizing when you see that in somebody else, understanding that that's probably going to get projected onto you. And you can either play go along to get along and be a people pleaser and just pretend with everybody else, or you can just go be authentic and do your own thing. And that's what a lot of us have realized, right? A lot of us empaths, a lot of us sensitives, a lot of us intuitives along the way have realized, like, whoa, like it's going to be few and far between people I'm truly vibing with, people that truly could fill my cup in the way I fill their cup. So let me be patient. Let me go step back and prioritize things that make me feel good. And that just circles back to like having hobbies, having things that you like to do that don't require somebody else, because then you have to align your schedules and all that. Not that there's anything wrong with doing it with other people, but also, not only are you doing something that makes you happy and you have this hobby, when you do things by yourself, you get quiet, you hear spirit, and you get led into the spaces you actually belong. Because a lot of us ask for advice from other people or from like a pastor or a parent or a friend, and those people aren't you. Their connection is different from yours. Their path is in their journey is different from yours. So if you don't get quiet and alone enough, if your phone's always ringing, you're always on the phone, talking to this person or calling this person back, or workaholic, can't not take a day off from the gym. Like a lot of those things are just codependency and attachment, and they will pull you down and be baggage, because the world will tell you that they're healthy things. The world will tell you, how dare you not give me as much time, right? Whether that's from a parent or a partner or a friend or whatever. But really, like, if you're on that journey where it's time to go into solitude and really figure out who you are authentically, it's time for that. And everything else has to be pushed to the wayside so you can focus on you. A lot of people are so busy, they don't make time for them. They don't make any time for them. There's no thinking about a healthy choice and what they're eating. There's no, like, just hobbies. It's always like revolving around this schedule that the Matrix has planned out that requires like listen, I work in the public school system. My kids go to public school. But I'm still going to be honest about how I feel about public school. I'm a single mom. Like, homeschooling and trying to be the man and everything else is just not going to work for me. And I can accept that for now or for the duration of my kids. I mean, I've already got a high schooler. So, you know what I'm saying? There ain't much time left in their school career. Not that I even believe that should be the process that we live. And that's why I go off on these little tangents and I share what I think about these things, because a lot of people align with that, but still are in this cycle. And I don't want to call it of guilt. It's more like programming by the Matrix and their family units and their culture and just everybody and everything around them for the most part, and this pressure to be normal when normal is actually very toxic. And so then being able to march to the beat of your own drum, which is very different from what maybe other people do, takes a level of authenticity and security in yourself that is actually pretty bold and courageous. And when I ask Spirit, like, what should I talk about today? I'll say that real quick before I come on my videos. And I just got the word courage, like talk about courage. And, that's what it takes on this journey. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone. It takes courage to let go of people that are holding you back. It takes courage to quit that job that you're so codependent on because they have insurance and they pay your bills, but you're freaking miserable, or people don't treat you right there, or it's a toxic environment. Like, it takes so much courage to acknowledge that because that's the first step in changing or moving or shifting out of anything, to acknowledge that and then take accountability for how the steps you want to take to change that. And a lot of people aren't even ready to say, like, I want to change that, because it's too scary. It's too risky. And you know what I always say to people is that making no choice is still a choice, and there are risks with every choice you make. So you get to decide, am I going to sit here and do nothing about this thing that makes me miserable? Or am I going to do something different that leads in the direction, or is a step in the direction of becoming the authentic person who I actually am? And so that's just it. Like, I think that we're kind of trained to lack courage. We're trained to just be in this very factory mindset. This, what do they call it at the factory? Why can't I think of the word? Something line. Where they pass the parts down to the next person. An assembly line. Yeah. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. But in terms of stepping out of your comfort zone, saying no when you don't want to do something, stop being okay with things you're not okay with, people pleasing, stop putting your own needs last. Recognizing that filling your own cup will make you a better parent, will make you a better partner, will make you a better employee. But most of us don't want to be employees anyways. That just gives me the ick. I don't know why I use that word. For me, it's make you a better person showing up authentically in life, who is abundant based off just following their intuition and expanding with spirit, in alignment, fully surrendering because your faith is next level. That's what courage is about. It's full-blown surrender. And knowing no matter what happens, no matter what scary things happen along the way, through that detachment, through that surrender, it doesn't matter, because Spirit has always had your back. Even when it got scary, even when you were crying on the bathroom floor, Spirit had your back. You needed that breakdown. You needed to release all that gunk, that energetic gunk that was just stuffed deep down inside you, because it was emotional baggage you never actually addressed. You never actually wanted to acknowledge it exists. You just wanted to go shopping. You just wanted to hang out with your friends. You just wanted to get on the phone. You just wanted to do something other than acknowledge things that were holding you back deep down inside. So subconsciously, you're making choices from this lower, denser space, and you don't have to be. But you do have to acknowledge it exists, and you do have to allow yourself to release it in some way. So was that crying on the bathroom floor? Was that divine? Hell yeah, it was. Because you have to burn all the way down to be that phoenix that rises from the ashes. And I'm telling you right now, in this energy, it's crazy. It's my birthday. It's 10/10. It feels more like a portal than it has ever felt. It is that energy of the phoenix rising from the ashes, that new beginning. Are we finally out of this freaking holding phase that we've been in for the past, since 2020? Is everybody ready to step into that space, that higher frequency, actually in the physical? Because it feels like it's here. It truly feels like it's here. But it does take courage. It does take making a choice. And if making the choice is making no choice for you, then it's gonna be tough. Because I don't know what it feels like to be on that side right now, because I am so consumed. I feel like I'm emanating this energy of transformation right now, of the new chapter begins today. Like, that's so in me that I don't even know what it's going to be like for people who choose not to be courageous right now, not to step into everything that they've wanted. And I feel sorry for them, but we got to keep it pushing, because we're holding the light for everybody who wants to step into this courageous space, into surrendering to spirit to a level that it just consumes you. I feel like my heart chakra is just like exploding right now. And it's because the feeling of the truth and conviction in what is running through me right now in terms of transformation is insane. And it's collective. Spirit just keeps telling me, I keep thinking I'm worried about those who aren't going to step into it. And for those of you who follow me for a while, you know why. And you understand where I'm coming from. People we care about, right? People we care about who know about this but have been tripping for a while. Spirit said we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm getting. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh. It's going to be okay. All I can do is keep showing up. And that's what I feel right now. You're probably going to start seeing my face more. You're probably going to see that I'm creating other channels. You're going to see me shining my light in more ways now because I'm on the other side of that. The light at the end of the tunnel, are we to the light? It feels that way. I was on a hike yesterday and I was like in this tunnel of trees and there was like a bright light after you got I was like, oh my God, Piper. I was talking to my dog. We're at the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's so representative. On my 37th birthday today. But I so feel that power in the 1010. 10 is such a powerful number of transformation. It's a death and rebirth, but it's so that new beginning. That's so that rebirth. It's such that energy, and it's just crazy how powerful it feels. But yeah, guys, I really want to try to limit my videos to about 15 minutes, so I love you so much. I love you so much, and I hope that you can really dig deep and find that courage to detach. Find that courage to surrender. And just allow spirit to flow and work through you. And really trust yourself. If you feel anxious about something, trust that feeling. If something feels really good and you keep getting the synchronicities like yes, 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 then trust that. It's time to receive, so allow yourself to. I hope you all have a really blessed rest of your day.